Richard Southern joins us now from 680 Business News, and there is a bit of a Friday afternoon story for you here. Recreational pot became legal just over a year ago. And Richard, there are some new stats about cannabis and the workplace.
Yeah, there was all the talk a year ago, Melissa, happy Friday to you, about are people going to get stoned at work? And Ipsos out with a new survey today looking at whether or not that's the case. 86% of Canadian workplaces forbid the use of cannabis by their employees while they're on the job. But would you believe, Melissa, 8% of workplaces say go right ahead. They allow cannabis use, and in those offices, about half of the employees do in fact consume at work. All told, 1 in 25 Canadians are getting completely stoned on the job. 1 in 20 Canadians consume cannabis before work, the study found. Still, Melissa, 75% said the legalization has had no impact on productivity or safety in the office.
So not a big deal.
That's the last thing I would need, is to get the munchies even more at work. So I'm going to stay away from that, Melissa.
Now, we often associate Tim Hortons with coffee, but one of the chain's other specialty items is coming to your grocery store.
Yeah, I thought this was interesting. They're, of course, famous for their soups in Tim Hortons. And now this is what you're going to see on your grocery store shelves. Tim Hortons canning their soups. So a can of chicken noodle, cream of broccoli, or chicken and rice can be yours, Melissa, for $3.29. You can also buy Tim's chili for a slightly more dear price of $3.79. We've seen a number of quick service chains like this extend their menu items into grocery stores, looking for new revenue streams. I don't know. What do you think? Do we love the soup that much that we need to bring it home, Melissa?
Well, I'm wondering what the strategy is here. Just to make it just more of a consumer item, to more part of your lifestyle, that sort of thing? Make
more money and make your brand more visible. I could see what's in it for Tim Hortons. We'll see if the sales translate or not.
But those like premium soups, too, that are more than $3 a can.
I know.
When just on the other shelf, you can get one for $1.
And let's not forget, Campbell's has told us before, like, soup sales are down. People aren't buying canned soup like they used to, Melissa.
Homemade soup, that's where it's at. That's what I'm gonna,
Absolutely.
that's where I'm, okay. Now, you either love it or you hate it. McDonald's is bringing back one of their most talked about sandwiches south of the border.
Yeah, it's the McRib, that boneless barbecue elusive sandwich that has a cult following. Unfortunately, it won't be available in Canada, but they're psyched about this in the States, particularly a man named Alan Klein. The Minnesota resident has started a website called the McRib Locator. It alerts you about where the McRib is. I wanted to ask him, Melissa, I got him on the phone. I wanted to ask him if he's going to find one next to him in Minnesota. Take a listen. Will it be available next to you, close to you in Minnesota now for this next round, Alan?
Well, so far it's not looking so good for me. I mean, I've had to drive in the past to find them.
How far? What's the furthest you've driven to get one?
Well, technically I've driven over 4 hours to get one. I mean, of course, my sister happened to live there too, so I happened to see her while I was there. But we all know I really went there for the McRib.
How many are you going to devour if you get your hands on any this time?
I may get a couple, bring a couple back, see if I can freeze them. I've done that in the past too.
You've taken some and put them in the freezer? Yeah,
if you put them in the freezer, there's an art to bringing something back from a frozen state, right? Last year I was lucky enough in the Minnesota market here. I was able to go to a store and actually buy the sauce alone after the season was over.
I wish I was that passionate about something, Melissa. I really do.
What was Mr. McRib up to today? It was just hanging out, available to take your call?
He might need a new hobby, but I thought that was quite funny indeed.
Freezes them to have them later. Good strategy. And before you go, Richard, you've got a quick look at gas prices and some other stories you're working on.
No change for the price of gas tonight. And coming up just after 6:30, we're looking at some shocking ads across Toronto that has a lot of people fired up, Melissa.